All right, welcome to another video on this channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to make money on Fiverr in 2021. So if you're a new beginner or you are a pro, you will learn a lot from this video. So if you are completely new, we're going to cover everything you need to know, and this video is all you need to get started. So we're going to cover freelancing and on Fiverr. We'll talk about Fiverr, how Fiverr works, how much you can make, and we'll talk about Fiverr versus other freelance websites, then the tools you need. We'll go into the services on Fiverr, levels, the top selling services, how to choose the best services to offer, how to sign up as a seller and set up your profile the right way, how to create a gig, how to offer your services and deliver them, and how to get paid. Then we'll go into details on how to be successful as a freelancer on Fiverr. We'll talk about lots and lots of things. So this is a total complete tutorial how to make money on Fiverr this new year 2021. So now let's get started. All right, before we begin, please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, so that once I post new videos, you will be notified. And it also helps me, keeps me motivated, so that I'll continue to make all these videos. So before we talk about Fiverr, let's talk about freelancing. So freelancing is a contract-based profession where instead of being recruited or employed in an organization, the person uses his skills and experience to provide services to multiple clients. So you can have as many clients as possible. You can work for different organizations. So it's basically you are not employed by anybody. So you can control how you work, when you work, and you can control how many people you work for. So basically, you can work from home, and if you like, you can have your own office where you offer your services. So people that work on Fiverr are freelancers because they, instead of being employed in a company, so they just sign up on Fiverr and they start using their skills and experience and then offering their services to different people anywhere in the world and then getting paid. So a freelancer, it's a good way to make money these days because you're not earning salary. You can control how much you make, and you can make as much as you want. So, but of course, there are still some cons to being a freelancer because as a freelancer, you have no job security, and of course, you have no benefit, and then there's risk involved because you might not get paid. Sometimes your account can get banned, and then you probably work for a month, and then you can lose your money, and and then sometimes you don't get enough job because the jobs sometimes they don't come like that because sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. So basically, there's no job security. But if you know what you're doing and you know how to do it well, you'll be able to, control the clients that you have and the money that you make. So that leads us to Fiverr. So a Fiverr basically is a site where freelancers, because we just defined freelancers. So freelancers anywhere in the world can come, then they can sign up and start offering their services. And if you see, it's on Fiverr.com, and basically this is a new design for 2021. They've changed the design over the years. It used to be a little bit different, but you can see what the site looks like, and then you can see some of the services that you can offer on Fiverr. It divided into all these. Now I think it's about 9 category. One time used to be 14, one time used to be 10, one time used to be 12, but now it's down to, they basically have been able to reorganize the category, but these are the services. We'll talk about that later. So Fiverr started in 2010 by Micah and one Micah Kaufman and one Shai Wininga or something like that. It's an Israeli-based uh, website, freelance websites based in Tel Aviv or so, but they have offices in major countries, and of course, anybody throughout the world can join and start making money. So it's where buyers and seller can meet, and they can exchange money for services. So that's basically how what Fiverr is in a nutshell. So, all right, before we continue, so how much can you really make on Fiverr? Because I believe that's the reason why you're watching this video, and it's very, very important. So let's go on Fiverr and let's check out how much you can really make on Fiverr. All right, we're back on Fiverr, and let's just go through some of these categories and check out some services just to you can see this category. We have graphics and design, and then we have some subcategories, and then under those subcategories we have all these services. Like under logo and brand identity, we have logo design, brand styles, and business. Let's click on logo design, which is one of the hottest services on Fiverr. Then you can see we have different logo style, minimalist, 3D, mascot, signature, and all that. So let's just scroll through and check out some of these guys. And you can see, me looking at this page, you see all these guys is 1K plus, 1K plus. When you start seeing 1K plus, 1K plus all over the place, means this is a service that is very hot and you can make lots of money. But we'll talk about that later. So let me just give you the idea of how much you can make. So let's click on this particular service, and this is a freelancer, and we can check out this guy's profile. So let's scroll down and let's see this guy's logo flow, 1K plus reviews, and it's been on Fiverr. The guy is from India. It's been on Fiverr for 5 years now, December 2015. So that's about 5 years. And you can see some of his services. The basic, it's $10 for 2 logos. Then we have the service, the standard package, which for $40. Then we have the premium package, which is $145. So this is how much this guy sells his services. And let's just scroll through. Let's go back to the top. You see this guy has more than almost 25,000 reviews with 95 orders in queue. So what does that mean? It means this guy for the past 5 years has had so many clients that more than almost 25% of them, they've left reviews. So, and if you look at how most of the sites works, where people whether you sell something or like on Amazon and all that, you will discover that sometimes just about a quarter of people that buy something from you actually comes to leave. Sometimes even less. You understand? Which means even if at 25%, this guy is probably offered services to more than 100,000 people, and I believe sometimes it's less than 25%. But let's just say let's say 25% of people came back. So this guy's offered more than 100,000 jobs in the past 5 years, which is at the rate of about 20,000 jobs per year, right? And right now, this guy has more than 95 orders in queue, just waiting to know. These are the people that have actually purchased, but this guy has not fulfilled their orders. And then if you look at the rate, even at the basic rate of $10, if you multiply that by 20,000 orders per year, that's about $200,000, right? Yeah, that's about $200,000. This guy is making at least $200,000 a year just at the rate of $10, which is just the basic. And I believe most people always go for the standard package, because if you look at this basic package, 2 logos in JPEG and transparent period with no mascot and complex, most people, okay, there's source file, logo transparent. So most people will actually go for this, even though there's no stationery and social media kit. And most people always prefer something like that: the transparency, the source file, then the concept, vector file, And of course we have the premium where people actually go for this. So some people will go for this, some people will go for this, some people go for this. So at the end of the day, the average is probably going to be the rates, the standard rate. So which means the average is probably between $30 to $40. I'm just assuming because I believe a lot of people will go for the $10 package, but more people, some people will actually go probably 10% or 20% will go for the standard, and then sometimes about 5% will go for the premium, especially people who want this extra services. You understand? So at the end of the day, let's say $30 to $40 multiplied by 20,000 jobs per year, that's still a lots of money. So that's this guy is making, lots of money. So about 25,000 reviews, and like I said, I think about a quarter people always come back. So at the end of the day, this guy has probably done maybe 100,000 jobs, and if you multiply that by maybe an average of $40 to $50, that's about $500,000 in the last 5 years, and that's about maybe $100,000 a year, and that's a lot of money if you have to divide that further in a month or something like that. But it's not typical, and like I said, I'm just making an assumption. But with the experience that I've had on Fiverr, like absolutely between 20, 25, 30% of people always come back to leave a review. So this guy is doing well. Like I said, it's not typical. Not everybody is going to be. And some people are making more than this guy. Lots of people are not making as much as this guy. But this is to tell you that you can make a lot of money if you actually learn to do something like this and offer a good service. So for the guy to be able to make money like this, it means he has been consistent and he has been doing a very good job. So all you have to do is be consistent and then you'll be fine. And you can make much more, because if you check out some other guys, I believe there are so many other guys that are making more. Like if you click on this guy has more than 92, more than 5,000, and then you can see this guy's basic job is $40, the standard is $80, the premium is 155. So the average of this guy is probably going to be higher, and then if you multiply it by the and this guy has only been here on for the past four years. And you can check out some other jobs, like maybe in the digital marketing. You can check out SEO and check out some guys in that section, and then you can see guys like this 281, 231, 220. So maybe not as competitive as graphics. Then this guy, we can check out this guy 43, 45, and this guy has been this guy has a flat fee of $195 per service. So this guy is earning a lot of money and he's been on Fiverr for much longer. So, and let's check out one more. So in the writing, let's go to article and blog post and check out some writers. And this is another category that you see a lot of. So let's check out this level 2 seller, and you can see 29 orders in queue, more than 3,000, almost 4,000. Then the basic salary, basic gig is $5, and we have the standard, we have the premium, and this guy, more than 1K reviews. The guy is from the United States. So just check out all these other categories and you'll be able to see. And another competitive one is the whiteboard animated explainers, and you see some lot of guys that are doing well in all this. This is a top seller. So let me just choose not a top seller now. Let me choose maybe a level. Let's choose this level 2 seller, and you can see 18 orders, more than 4,000. The basic, the gig, the guy is from Malaysia, and it's been there for a very long time. So at the end of the day, these are guys that are making $5,000, $10,000, $7,000, $1,000, some $500 a month on Fiverr, and people make up to $100,000, in a year, $200,000 a year, which is a lot of money. And most of the services you can complete in a very short time. There are so many other services like all this animation that probably would take time, but you get paid higher because there are so many jobs. It's determined by the timing. So for a 1 minute job, for example, you can make up to like $200 or $300 or even more. But there are so many other services that are just one time, like all this SEO traffic. Those are not time based. Those ones you can just, $5, $20. And basically every gig starts minimum of $5, and it can be as high as $10,000. So you can charge $10,000 for your, for your services. You can charge, you're free to charge any amount that you want for your services. So Fiverr is a place where you can make lots of money. Any amount you want to make it, you just have to know what you're doing, have something that you're doing that will sell. And then of course we'll talk about that later in this video. So now let's talk about how Fiverr works. So basically, this is how Fiverr works. You join as a seller. Let's go back to any of this category, and let's click on the, or let's just go back. So this is how Fiverr works. It connects buyers and sellers together. So a seller joins Fiverr, lists its services, that is called gig. So the name of the service is called gig, which basically means one of job. So you set up your gig or your service on this platform, and then you list what you do, how you do it, how you offer it. And buyers, people that need your services, will come on Fiverr. They will look at your services, and if they like your services, they will click and buy your services, and you now have to, complete the job, get the job done, send it to them. Once they receive the job and they like the job, they will mark it, that job has been delivered. And the Fiverr will be paid before you even do the job. So once Fiverr gets paid, then Fiverr will receive the money, and then they will give you your money. So Fiverr will take 20%, they will give you 80%. So the 20%, it's what Fiverr gets, for creating a platform for you to, to meet people. And then of course they spend money, the site and all that. And then of course they have staffs and all that. So that 20%, it's, the amount they get paid for, for the stress, for everything they are offering you. Basically, if you were to set up your own freelance website or your own agency, you probably will need to do your, design your own website, do SEO, and then contact people, pay for traffic and all that. But in this case, you don't have to do that. Fiverr will do all that for you. They already designed the site for you. All you need to do is come, sign up for free, then add your services, and then once you start getting job, you get paid. So 20%, it's not much, because you can make much more even without giving out that 20% than if you are to set up your own website and trying to do what Fiverr are doing on your own personal website, because now you have to spend money doing all these other things. But now you don't have to spend money. You just come and you offer your service. And basically what your service, what your this thing is going to look like is this. You set up your account, and your gig or your service, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have, let me click on this. So this is the guy's profile. This is going to be like your profile, and people can actually, check out your profile. So where you have your name, then the reviews, people can contact you, your location, when you joined, your average response time, your last delivery, and then here you're going to have all the services that you offer. So this guy has two gigs. and you can see this is one and this is one, and you can see the guy is a top rated seller, and then you can see the username, you can see his profile picture, and then you can see the amount, basically the reviews he has received and the description. So this is what your account is going to look like. So of course, once you join, you won't see all these reviews yet, because you need to start, offering services, getting all these reviews before you see all these reviews. But basically, this is what your account is going to look like. So once you once you add your gig, people can actually come, see your gig, click on your video or see your images. If they like what they see, they can, let me go back. If they like what they see, they can click continue, and then they can buy your services and check out. And of course, they will pay Fiverr. Then Fiverr will keep the money in escrow, so they will hold the money. So of course, you guys have to now complete all the transaction. The person will now give you what he wants, and then you have to complete the job. Once you completed the job, then the Fiverr will hold it in escrow. So once everything has been verified, Fiverr will now release the money into your 80% into your account, and then you can check out after 14 days. Of course, if you are a top seller, it's after 7 days. But for a beginner, after 14 days, when that transaction has been completed, Fiverr will release the money, and of course, you can check out your money and then check out in dollars or your local currency. So we'll talk about that later. So basically, that's how Fiverr works. So there are so many other freelance websites besides Fiverr. So let me just quickly show you some and then compare how they work. So we have sites like freelancer.com, we have upwork.com, and so many other traditional ones before Fiverr started in 2010. So we have all these other sites. So how do they work? They work a little bit different from Fiverr. So a site like a freelancer, for example, or Upwork, the way they work it's a little bit it's a little bit different, but even though it's still a freelance website. But on Fiverr, you come as a seller, you list your services, buyers come, they click, and if they like, they Upwork, for example, works a little bit differently. Instead, a buyer who wants a job will have to list what they want to do. Like I can come on Upwork, for example, as a buyer, not as a seller this time around, and I want a job done. So I will, of course, you can always click on all these other guys and contact them. So just like on Fiverr, so let me check out some sellers. So let's say this guy, for example, this is just like a seller. He is a web developer. So of course, I could just contact that person, and then I want this job done, and then discuss with them. But traditionally, that's not how it works on Upwork, even though this is how it works on Fiverr. On Upwork, as a buyer, I will have to list what I want. So I can just go and sign up and then, post it on Upwork. I need a developer to develop a plugin for whatever, and then I'll list what I want, the terms, and whatever I want, and then I'll list it and post it. Then of course I can list people that I want from, maybe I want only people from Nigeria or people from US or any people from India, and that will be shown to all the freelancers on Upwork, and then the freelancers will have to click, check out all the job postings, and contact whatever job they can do. They will now contact, reply to that I can do this job, or this is my, and of course, as a buyer, I will now have to contact all the sellers, then choose any one of them that I want. So it's basically like like a competition kind of, you understand? So where the buyer comes late, and then sellers will have to fight to get that job. So a little bit different, and that was the traditional way of freelancing before Fiverr came. So Fiverr came, and then they changed the game. The listing, and then since then we have so many other sites that are now working like Fiverr, like ones like that. So you can work on any of these websites at the same time. So you can be a freelancer on Fiverr, also be a freelancer on Upwork. You just have to know the difference, how they work, and then you should be able to, you understand, offer your services and both make money both ways. But in this video, we are going to be talking about Fiverr, so we're concentrating on Fiverr. So if you want to learn about all these other sites, you can just, probably going to make another video on that. But for now, you can just check out some other this thing. But as far as I'm concerned, Fiverr is the easiest to join, and then Fiverr is the easiest to make money because the entry barrier is very low. So you don't need to really be, really professional. Even though I would want you to be a professional, before you actually join, you need to know what you're doing. But all these other sites, these are people that have been doing it for a very long time on their own personal website. So the entry barrier is very high. So you can't just join as a beginner and start making money because there's so many things that you're supposed to know. But on Fiverr, you can join today, start making money today, even though your skill and experience will set you apart from the top guys, because the difference between a level 1 and a level 2 and somebody with no level is just the skill and experience. So that's just the difference between all those guys. So if you really want to grow, become a level 1, a top seller, you really need to be a professional. You need to be consistent. You need to, and then of course we'll talk about how to grow the levels and all that. So what are the tools that you need as a freelancer on Fiverr? So basically what you need is just, your computer, your laptop or a desktop, and of course you need a mobile phone, whether it's Android or whether it's iOS. Of course you need internet connection, and then you need the basic tools you need for to finish your tasks, depending on what you do. If you're a graphic designer, then you need graphic design tools, Photoshop or Illustrator or any of those design tools. If you are a writer, you need your basic Notepad or Microsoft Word, and and some tools to actually check for errors, and so many other things like that. Mobile phone is for you to be able to check messaging and all that. So it actually helps you. So you need a mobile phone, make sure it's Android or iOS, and of course internet connection. So once you have all that and you have the tools, you are ready to start working as a freelancer on Fiverr. So what are the available services, the jobs that you can do on Fiverr? So let's talk about that. So there's so many, like I showed you before, there's so many types of services you can offer. So let's talk about that in maybe a lot of detail now. So like I said, these are divided into categories, then subcategories, and of course within the subcategories we have some, like let's say the graphic and design category. You can see we have all these subcategory, like the logo and brand identity, and then we have the gaming, art and illustration, visual design, packaging, labels, and all that. So basically under the logo and brand identity subcategory, we have logo design, we have brand style guides, we have business cards and stationery. And you can see if you go from category to category, so this category has no subcategory, instead has all these services. And then we have writing and translation, video and animation, music, programming, business, lifestyle, and we have the industry. And then under the industry we have all these subcategory: fashion, gaming, e-commerce, and all that. So these are the services that you can offer. So if you really want to start, you should come in here and look at all these services you can offer, then check out the ones that you can do, check out the one that you can do but you feel that you can learn, and of course you can also check out the ones that you feel it's easy to do, anybody can do it, you don't have to learn it, you don't know, it's something you can do straight away. Say, let's say for example, let me find a service that basically anybody can do. Let's go under industry, or let's go under lifestyle, um viral video, craft lessons, cooking lessons. And basically, I believe everybody can cook. So you can give cooking lessons. You don't have to learn about that to start. So if you know how to cook, for example, you can give cooking lessons and make money. And then, but of course, most of the services are services that you have to learn. You have to be a pro, whether it's what you studied in school or what you decided to learn online to make money from. So let's say graphic and design, for example, you can learn how to design logo and then offer that logo design on Fiverr. So go through, these are all the services, and if you have a service that's not listed, you can list it and then probably contact Fiverr so that you can have put it under. So that's how they came up with all these service, because when they started even 2 3 years ago, there are so many other services like all these ones, they were not there. You can see all this new, so they were basically a part of another service before Fiverr decided to split it. So maybe after discovering so many people are offering it, but they don't have a subcategory for it, so they decided to list. And so many people, they come, they join, they contact Fiverr, they don't have a subcategory for this particular service. And if they feel like they can make money, or you're already making money, they will find a subcategory for it, and you can list it, and then you can start making money with any of these services. So these are all the services that are available and that you can offer as a freelancer on Fiverr. So before we continue, let's talk about Fiverr levels and how to level up, because this is really really important, because like I said, there's a difference between a beginner and a level one and a level two, and a top seller. So if you don't know how, all those things, let me just quickly show you the level on Fiverr and how to level up. So if you go to fiverr.com/levels, this will give you an idea of the Fiverr's level system. And you can see these are the Fiverr levels, and you see we have, the beginner seller, just seller badge, and then we have the level one seller, we have the level two seller, and then we have the top rated seller. Those are the four level systems that we have on Fiverr. So what is the difference between a level one and just a normal seller and all this? So basically, once you join Fiverr, in order to create a fair environment for people that have been there for a very long time, with a lot of skills, with a lot of experience, that people that are trusted, and people, Fiverr is all about making money. They want to make money, they want you to make money, and then the best way for them to make money is to make sure that the best people are being recommended to buyers that are coming on Fiverr to buy different services that they want done. So they are able to differentiate all these sellers based on skills and of course an experience. And then when we talk about experience, we're talking about how long you've been on Fiverr. You can see all those guys that have been on Fiverr since 2012, 2013, 14. Those guys have been consistent. Of course, the only reason they are still on Fiverr is because they've been consistent. Somebody that's been on Fiverr for 8 years, for example, with lots of sales, and then maybe a level four, or maybe a 5 point reviews, or maybe 4.5. It means these are the people that are trusted and that they can recommend. So they don't just want anybody to join and then everybody to be the same. So they created this level system. So once you join, you'll be just a normal seller, and then you can see you can create a gig, and then these are the benefits. You can create 7 active gigs. So in your profile, you can create 7 different gigs. You can create 2 gig extras, and then 5 gig multiples. You can send custom offers up to $5,000. So you can send custom offers to people up to 5,000. Then your earning clearance is 14 days. So as a beginner, you can create more than 7 gig, and these are the benefits. Then before you become a level one seller, basically you need to be on Fiverr for at least 60 days. And these are the requirements: 60 days as an active, then you must have completed at least 10 individual orders within that 60 days, and then you must have earned at least $400. So all these three must be completed before, and these other ones before you can become a level one. So if you make 10 individual orders but you're not up to 60 days, you won't make that level one until you after 60 days. And after 60 days, if you don't make up to 10 individual, you won't make that level until you complete that 10 individual orders. And then if you satisfy these two requirements, 60 days and 10 individual orders, that total needs to be up to $400 before you can actually become a level one. And of course, these are the other things that you must respect. You need to maintain a 4.7, 90 rating, 90% response rate, order completion, then on-time delivery, and then you must avoid receiving warnings over the course of the last 30 days. So once you complete all these conditions, you will become a level one, and then you get your level one badge. So this might sound a little bit difficult, but it's very easy to attain. So you just need to make sure that you maintain consistent on Fiverr for 2 months, 10 individual, and $400, and then you need to be responsible, do a very good job. Otherwise, people can give you a very bad rating that's going to affect your rating. So even if you satisfy all these conditions, if you have a bad rating less than 4.7, they will not give you until you make. So you need to put that in mind. And then these are the benefits. You can create now up to 10 gigs instead of 7. Then you can create 4 gig extras instead of 3, 10 gig multiples instead of 5, and then you can send custom offers the same 5,000, and then your any client is still 14 days. Then you now be eligible to be featured at promotional listing on the site. As a normal seller, they won't feature you promotional listings, but once you make level one, then once you're featured, it means you now have opportunity to start making more money, and then which is going to be make it easier for you to attain your level two. So to attain level two, 120 days minimum, 50 individual orders, at least $2,000. You maintain all these same, and then avoid warning. And then the benefit: 20 gig extras, active gig, 5 gig extra, 15 custom orders now up to $10,000. So you will be able to make money. And then we have priority customer support, and the earning clearance is still 14 days. And to become a top rated seller, this time around, it does not depend on although even though the requirement is still 180 days, 100, you can earn up to $20, but this one is not based on this timing, because one way or the other they can pick people who actually make top rated seller. You can satisfy all these conditions sometimes, and you won't be given a top rated seller. So but you have to make sure that you are consistent, continue to be disciplined, continue to make money. So if you are noted, if one of the staffs decided, of course you can contact some of the distant that you've satisfied all this condition, then they will take a look, and then they will decide if they want to give you a top rated badge or not. But just make sure you satisfy all this condition, and you can make a top rated seller. And of course you have 30 gig extra, 30 active gigs. And the most important thing is your any clearance now 7 days, because now you are trusted. You've been on Fiverr for at least 6 months, and then you make them a lot of money. People now trust you, so they can trust you enough to clear your money in 7 days, so instead of for 14 days. And the reason why they hold your money for that 7 or 14 days is because some buyers can come back and tell Fiverr, this person cheated me and all that, so they can decide whether they want to withhold the money or give the money back to the buyer, or thereabout. But if you are consistent, and then for 6 months, then they will trust you, and then they will reduce that to 7 days. So this basically is the Fiverr level system. All right, let's talk about the top selling gigs on Fiverr. There's no official stats out there. Fiverr is not giving that out anyway. But I believe with the way over the years, the way they've always arranged the categories and the subcategories, we have a pattern. So I believe the way the categories are arranged is always in the order in which they are in demand. I think the graphics and design is probably the most bought service. These groups of services are probably the busiest category, then followed by this and this. But at the end of the day, I think the top six are this: graphic design, digital, writing and translation, video, probably programming and tech before music. I don't know. I think maybe audio. The music and audio is probably because of the voiceover. Voiceover is always very high in demand because almost everybody that does a video animation, the one way or the other, they need this voiceover. So I think voiceover is the one that sells the most in this category. And of course, these other ones, there may be jingles and intros and all that. Then maybe before they're always in that order anyway. Okay, the thing is this: how can you really tell which services will sell? And this is a point. Let's take a look at the internet. Like let's take a look at this page, for example. We have text, we have images, and we have videos. And then of course, for we have the foundation, which is the websites, probably built with, of course, some programming and some tech and all that. So at the end of the day, the internet or a particular website will always have, like, what is holding it together, which is the website. Then we have the content, the images, then we have the graphics, could be, videos, animation and all that. So anything you can find on a website and things that are related to it, we always sell because that's what the internet is all about. People always bring their offline businesses, bring it online, and if they have to create a website for it, they have to advertise it using images, using animation, using videos, using SEO, using, of course, your content. So anything graphics and design, which of course they need logo. This is a logo. So almost every website needs a logo. So you can see logo. Then of course the business, we need business cards and stationery, and then illustrations and all this infographic design, Photoshop editing. So all these are very, very high in demand because everybody, we need that, whether you want to use it for advertisement, or you want to use it for your site content, or you want to use it for anything, for branding. And of course, digital marketing, the website itself, the advertisement, you need social media marketing, SEO to rank your website in the search engine. And then we have all this content marketing, video marketing, email marketing. They are very, very high in demand. And of course, writing and translation. Mere looking at this site, we have content. So we have people that request, bloggers that we need content for their websites. We have advertisers that will need content for their ad copy. We have voiceover artists that we need content for the voice. So anything that has to do with content, it will always sell. And then video and animation. This site has videos, and then of course people always need animation, short video ads for advertisements and all that. Then the music, like I said, voiceover is very, very high in demand in this category. Then programming and tech, of course, this site itself, it's built with something. So of course a programmer will always put it together. So it could be a WordPress website, maybe that's what you use, or what uh, some marketers will use. They need people to design it for them. And of course, all these things will make money. So anything that has to do with graphics, that has to do with, of course, content promotion, that has to do with content itself, that has to do with video or animation, or anything that has to do with visual content, and of course the audio, the programming and tech, they will always make money. So And if you go to the forum, people always give you their opinion about what will sell. There's no official stat out there, but I believe the way the category has been arranged right from the beginning, you can see the GDW is not arranged in alphabetical order. They just arranged that, and I believe, based on what I've seen over the past 7, 8 years on Fiverr, they always arrange them this way, always starting with graphics, and towards the end they always interchange that. And I believe they want people to always see these ones first, and of course, one way or the other, I believe that's how they are arranged in order in which they are in demand. So it doesn't really matter which of them you choose, just make sure you stick to probably the first six. But of course, these other ones, there are services there that you can also do. But I will advise you to learn, concentrate on probably the top four, the first four, and then maybe something here. And I guarantee you, you will make lots of money. So like I said, we've talked about all this top selling service, but what services should you offer? So this is the way I look at it. There are two ways or probably three ways to actually go about doing this. You can offer something that you know a lot about, that's maybe fairly, high in demand. If it's something you can do very well, then you can decide, okay, let me just do this, since maybe this is what you do for fun. Like we have some people that are doing, maybe, since it's a very good service, like all this voice over, there are some people, they have very good voices, they can read content very well, and then they feel they have this booming voice, and then they can offer. So it's something that is probably natural to them. So it's people like that can decide, okay, since I have a very good voice, I could just do voice over. And fortunately, this is a service that is very high in demand, and these are people that will be making money doing what it comes natural to them, or what they can do very well. Another thing is, maybe you are a DJ, or you know how to mix sound, for example. You can go under the music and audio and then do audio production, mixing and mastering. If it's something that you do for a living, you may be a DJ or whatever, so you can do something like that for people. So you know, so that's one way. Another thing is maybe something that you can do, like every day, that people that they love traveling. You can decide to maybe give traveling, tips and all that. So anybody can do that. It's not a natural skill, and it's not, something probably this is just something that you love doing. There's no skill involved. You can just, anybody can travel. Anybody that's traveling can just, give traveling tips and make money. So it's different from when you have, a natural skill like the voiceover thing, and you understand. And the third way is to find something that is very high in demand, and then you can learn how to do that and offer that as a service. For example, let's say you want to offer, something like logo design. So all you need to do is learn how to use a software like Adobe Illustrator, or any logo design software, and then you can now learn how to do that, and you can start offering as a service. So whether you have a natural skill that is very high in demand, or you something that it's maybe a lifestyle, or something that you want to learn, you just have to pick something, and make sure it's something that you are comfortable with, and that way you'll be able to offer a very good service. So for example, it's very easy for you to learn how to design graphics, Photoshop, Illustrator and all that. So all you need to just maybe pick up a course on online, go through some online training, and learn how to do these things. In the next maybe 1 month or 2 months, you learn how to do them, and then you can start making money with them. There's so many training out there that you can, you can just learn how to do them. So many udemy.com and so many other training, and some personal training. Just go through any of those training, you'll be able to come up with something that you can offer and make money with it. So the next step is signing up as a seller and setting up your profile. So if you've done this before, you know how it's done. But if you're very new to this, let me just walk you through how you can actually sign up. It's very easy. It's just like any other account. Sign up, and it's free to sign up, and then you set up your profile, and after that you can now create your gig. So what you need to do is click on become a seller, and now you can sign up with your email address and choose the username and become a member. But there's one thing I need to tell you before you actually join as a member, because there are so many things you need to know. Let's go back to this page, and let's click on let's click on maybe social media marketing. Let me show you the feature of any seller, because this is the thing. As a seller, one thing is when you sign up, the Fiverr will take note of your location. You can see this guy is from Italy, and of course he has to fill the other details to reflect that is actually from here, because the language and some other things like that. But this, it's one thing that one way or the other has recently determines how much you make, if you're going to make money or not. Because before now, I always tell people that your location doesn't really matter, because as far as you are good at what you're doing, people will buy from you. Because let's say, for example, you're a graphic designer. If you're very good with your designs, people, all they need to do is check out your designs. If they like your design, they don't care where you come from, they will buy from you. But there are so many services that probably in the past will determine, if you are going to make money. Let's say article and blog posts or anything content. And that's because most sales, like maybe 60% or something like that, I'm not sure of the statistics, they actually comes from United States, which means most people that are buying, article or proofreading or any article based service will, one way or the other, they always prefer people from, native speaking countries like, UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, and all those tier one countries. They always prefer people, and most Americans will always prefer an American, because they believe the content has to be in American style, the spelling, and the style. As a native speaker, they believe they'll be able to write better than somebody from maybe a Nigerian or an Indian, even though those countries that we do speak English, but we speak Indian English and West African English, and our style probably a little bit different from, you understand. And that does not mean that a Nigerian cannot write as good as those American writers, or there are so many Nigerians that can better when it comes to writing is different from spoken English. So, but they always believe that, as far as articles concerned, so most American, and that way, I always tell people in the past, if you are in doing services like that, you probably should consider using a foreign IP and have an American location, and one way or the other you'll be able to, even though they'll figure it out, and then sometimes you probably won't make much sales if you're not good enough. But with most other services in the past, it doesn't really matter. But recently, things have changed, and that's because of this new seller feature. Let's go back to any of these. Let's go back to any. Let's go to social media marketing, and you see this local seller feature has made it very difficult now for, even in almost all the categories, for, and that's because now people in US, that one way or the other doesn't really mind where you come from. Now they can easily click on these local sellers and actually just focus on American graphic designers, American logo designers, one way or the other, and they'll filter you out. And as a Nigerian graphic designer, they won't probably see you, and now it's becoming harder for people from other countries to actually make money. So the point I'm trying to make is this: you can decide to sign up as a Nigerian or Indian, depending on your location, or you can one way or the other try to you know be like an American, or if you're somebody from UK, by using a VPN, changing your IP to show the location of, to change your location. But of course, now we also have all this verification, which is now something is making it very hard for people to actually, change their location. But if you can go through the stress, you should maybe probably consider, getting a foreign IP. Then you can use like a browser like Epic browser, which is a Chrome based browser, a privacy browser. Then that particular browser, for example, has this feature where you can actually, have like a foreign IP, and of course, you need to get a foreign phone number to verify and do all those other things. But if you can't go through that stress, then maybe you should just consider going with your Nigerian IP and just hope that you are good enough that people in all those countries, they don't mind where you come from, and they can decide to buy from you if your this thing is good enough. So I really won't advise you. I don't want to tell you what to do. Just look at what you're doing. If you're good enough, very good, and you're not doing anything like maybe content or something like that. If you're doing something like graphics or like a video animation or programming and tech, maybe digital marketing, and maybe some parts of writing and translation, then your location doesn't really matter, but you have to be very good for these people to consider your services. So whatever you choose, just click on become a seller and sign up, and you can start selling. So let's click on become a seller, and let's use you should always probably create a new email account when you're signing up, so that way you only have that email for Fiverr only. And then choose a username, then choose any username. If you're offering a logo like animation or whatever, you can decide to have that keyword in your username, but it doesn't really matter. You can just let me use that, and well, you can see if it's available, it will show the green. If it's not available, then it will show something like a cross, and you have to change it. So let me just choose that, this secure generated password, and let's copy that and click on join. So, and now this is going to be your account. So you need to activate your account, and here you can check your profile and your dashboard. And now first thing you need to do is you need to verify your email. So let me log into my email, to that new email, and verify the account. So once I log in, and now you can see activate, and now you can click on activate to activate that email address, and that is done. So now you can see your account is, and now you can continue to set up your profile. It is very, very important. So now creating your profile, it's straightforward. So you need to do it, add your name. Of course, make sure you put your name, then your email is there already, and then you can set up some other things, and then just set up your name and click on save continue. So let me just put in Tricky T now and click save changes, and Then you can set up, go to through security and all these things, and change your password if you want, and go through all that to complete your profile. So the next thing you want to do is, of course, you need to add your, your photo and some other things. So make sure you had a photo, and adding a photo is very, you can add your own photo, or you can add maybe a logo. So if you are designing a logo designer, for example, you can just find one of your logo and put it there. If you're an animator, for example, create a cartoon of yourself and put it there. And if you don't want to use your photo, you can just create a cartoon of yourself, pay somebody to do a cartoon, a caricature of yourself, and then put it there. And then of course now you can see it's from Nigeria, and that's because I'm using signing up. If I were to use like the Epic browser, for example, and I activate the VPN, then it will show whatever location that I picked in the VPN. So if I picked United States, for example, this is going to show up as Nigeria. But of course, you need to verify and do some other things like that. This is why it's important. Before you actually sign up, make sure you get everything ready, like phone number you're going to use, and then you have to make sure that VPN is a consistent one, so that you don't have all these browser that will be changing your IP, a different location. You need to have a VPN that is like static. So it's the every other thing is easy to add your language, your description about yourself, I know your skill, your education, certification. So if you went through some Udemy, whatever, so you can add your certificate there, and then you'll be done. So once you're done with your profile, you've added your logo and all that. The next thing is you can now start selling. So which is very easy in itself. So let's go back to, or you could just go back this and then become a seller, because right now you only created an account, you are not a seller yet. So you need to click on become a seller. Then now on this page, now you have to go through this again and click on sign up, get started. And now the second step, now you can become a seller. So you can click on continue, continue, continue. So now you have to fill this page, so it's mandatory anytime you see. So let me just add something. So let me add tricky T. So let me use that. This is a cartoon that I got somewhere. So here you can just write a description about yourself, and graphic designer with many years of experience. I create great logo, general graphics. Just put something like that. Of course, you need to make sure you do your research before, and once you're done, then your language, you can just put English. If it's basic, you need to change it. So here, for example, you just click on it and change basic to, like if you are native, of course you shouldn't choose native if you're not fluent. And of course, if you're using maybe a US IP, then you can put native or bilingual, but it doesn't really matter. Just click on continue, and it will take you to the second step where you need to put your occupation, then graphic designer, then whatever you do. So let's say I do book, I do comic or logo design, I do t-shirts and merchandise, I do packaging. So just choose 5, and then I do character design. So once you've done that, then you can, your skill level, you need to, the experts in graphics, graphic design or whatever. So design, graphic design, then you can just add that, and then find another skill, logo design. Then of course maybe choose like Photoshop, and skill level, experts, add that. Just add as many as possible, and then of course maybe Photoshop, then of course Adobe Illustrator if you, and then add that. And then once you're done, click on education, put your school. This isn't mandatory, but it's important. Your certification, if you've done any courses and on other sites, yeah, add your personal website. It's also good. This won't be seen by people, but it will be seen by your staff. And it's one thing these staffs always look out for once they are looking for people to feature. So it's important. If you have a personal website, you can put it there. So just click on continue, and now make sure that experience. So it said make sure you had, okay, so I forgot to put you can put maybe since 2010 or thereabouts to 2020. Now you can put, and now it will take you to this where you need to add, and of course you can add your Facebook, your Twitter and all that, but I'm not going to do that here. Then account security, you need to verify your email, which has already been verified. Now this is where you need to add your phone number. You need to, so just click on continue, and if you click on it, because we've only done 30% completion rate, you won't be able to continue. You need to do more than that. Collect your social media, education details, certification, add your personal website, and before we continue. So once you've done that, you will get into your account, and now you will be able to continue to set up your account in full. So once you've completed your profile, the next thing is to create a gig. And creating a gig is very easy. It's going to be a long process if I add that to this video, but I'm going to show you everything you know. And then there's a link in the description for the video on how to create a gig. That video is a full video on how to create a gig. If you've never created a gig before, and if you've created a gig before, you probably learn one or two things like videos and some other things like that. So check out the link in the description how to create a gig, but I'm going to run through that now in this video. So all right, creating a gig means we have to complete this, and be able to increase this to about 65%. So now if I click on finish, then it will tell me I have to finish, or I can edit again to complete the other ones, but let me just click on finish, and it's done. So and now if I come here, then it will tell me to create a gig. And creating a gig, it's in 6 pages. You have to go through the review title, choose the category, the search tags, the pricing, the description, the requirements, the gallery, and then you publish. And then once you've published, then you will now have account just like all these other people, and now you can start selling. So check that video in the description for you to know how to. So but at the end of the day, this is what it's going to look like. So let me just go back to the main page. So if I go back, and let's just click on any random gig, or let's just click on this one. Let's just click on anyone, and let's check out this guy. So if you click on this guy, you see this guy, I'll create a whiteboard animation video. So this, it's going to be the title, which is on the page where you fill your details. So you're going to fill the titles, you're going to fill all these packages. You have to fill them 0 to 30 seconds for $100, your pricing, your details. And if you continue to scroll down, you'll be able to see about this gig. So these are the things you need to fill, and at the end of the day, if you fill everything, this is what your page will look like. This is what people are going to see. And you can see at the top it says overview, description, about the seller, compare packages, recommendation, reviews. So those things are based on what you filled on those 6 tabs. So whatever you fill, it's going to show up, yes, and that's exactly what people will see. So once you completed your gig, you can always come here, look at what people are looking at. So if you need to make any edit, you can always go back, click on edit, and go back, maybe correct the description, highlight, and then change your pricing or whatever you want to do. So you can, so this is exactly what people will see. And then of course this is going to be the final review when you start seeing getting orders and getting reviews before you see this page. But these are the things that will be in your gig, the video, the images, and all that. So once you have an account like this, you've set up your gig, now people can easily come and then click on continue after looking at your video. If they like what they see, if it's image, if they like what they see, they'll click on continue, and now they will contact you. They want to buy your services. Of course, they will pay Fiverr. Once they pay Fiverr, Fiverr will put that money in escrow. So, and now you have to complete the order, and it's very easy. So let's just click on continue just to check out something. So once people click on continue to buy your gig, so they have to complete these 3 steps: the order details, then they have to confirm, and then the requirement, they have to submit the requirement, and that requirement is one of the details you need to add when creating your gig. So basically this is it. They will contact and then click on checkout, buy, pay, and because this is what they are going to pay. So once they paid, that money will be in escrow, and now you have to complete the job. Once you've completed the job, it's very easy. And now you can just, if you are a logo designer, for example, you have to design the logo. Then after designing the logo, you can zip it up in a zip file, and then you see where to attach it. Attach the detail, the logo, and send it to them. Then they will download it, take a look, and if they don't like it, they will get back to you there for a review. Then you can do the review, and then once they finally approve it, then they will mark the job as done. Then that Fiverr will be notified, and then Fiverr will now put the money in your account, but you can't withdraw the money immediately. You have to wait 14 days. So every payment has to, wait 14 days. After 14 days, it will be available for you to, to withdraw and to your bank account and use however you want. So that's basically the whole process of setting up a gig and getting orders. So the next thing is getting paid, and like I said before, it's very easy, and there are 3 ways Fiverr pay freelancers. They either pay through PayPal, then they pay through what we call a Pioneer, if you have a Pioneer account, and of course you have the bank account. So basically Pioneer and bank account, it's probably the same thing, because for you to be able to get paid into your bank account, you need to have a Pioneer account, because you have to attach your local bank account, whether you're using GTB or whatever local bank account, add it to your Pioneer account, and now you have 2 options. You can withdraw to your card, because Pioneer will send you a debit card that you can use to withdraw from any ATM in your local currency, in Naira, in whatever your local currency is. You can withdraw, or you can just withdraw directly into your bank account, go to the counter and withdraw. So it doesn't really matter. We have the PayPal option. So if you have a PayPal account, you can attach your PayPal account, withdraw to your PayPal account, and cash out. So it's very easy to get paid. So the next step is, then how do you to be successful on Fiverr? So we've gone through the, creating an account and the services that are, profitable and all that. So but at the end of the day, there are so many tips that so many things you need to know in order to be successful. We've covered some, but let's just run through them. One thing is, you need to provide quality service. That is very important, because we have thousands of other sellers, hundreds of other sellers, even in your category, doing the same job as you. If you are not creating good service, people won't buy from you. They probably will give you a very bad review, and then that bad review will finish your account. Before you know it, you're not getting any more sales, and then you have to delete that account and start all over. So for you to be successful, you have to be very good at what you're doing. So whatever you choose to do, whatever you choose to learn, make sure you learn it well. Take your time, learn it. If it's article, make sure you know how to write good article. You know how to do your spelling. You know how to use the right words. You know, syntax, and you know all those English language, whatever. So make sure you are good and you can write good article. Once you write good article, then people will enjoy your service, and then you start getting this five, five star rating, and then the more you get, the more people will continue to come to you, because now they can go through your profile and see the 5 star rating, see the number of jobs you've done, see how long you've been doing it, and they will continue to buy from you. And before you know it, you will have these consistent buyers, people that will just stick with you. Especially if you're an article writer, for example, we have all these bloggers. They just want, somebody that will continue to write for them. Before you know it, the next 1 year, 2 year, you continue to write for one person, two, three, five, 10 people, and now you don't even need new buyers. You can just stick to all those guys that are making you money, and you continue to make money. So you have to provide quality service. Then you have to make your portfolio stand out. So you have to use, you write image, you have to, you link your account, and there are so many other tips that probably will show you. You can check the link in the description. There are so many other videos that I will create that will help you, like maybe something like ranking your gig and so many other tips. So you need to watch out for those videos. So the third is a quality. Make sure you offer a quality mid to high demand niche with low competition. So you need to make sure that is a service that is high in demand, but that you can compete in. Then you have to have a professionally laid gig. So your gig, check out other people's gigs, see how they actually, lay out their gig, and follow this. Don't copy them. Just make sure you write something good. Your description has to be perfect. The images you use, the tags you use has to be good. Before you know it, people will like, and then make sure buyers can find your gig, by doing all this, using the right title, using the keyword in your description, the major keyword in your description, and so many other things like that. Then if you want to start, make sure you start with a very low price, because one thing is some people jump on Fiverr and they feel like, oh, I'm a professional, people will like my service. And where other people, level two sellers, top level sellers, are charging maybe $20 for a service, you are charging $20. You won't make money, because people, all these buyers who prefer to buy from this top seller or level two, but at the same $20 than buy from you, a new seller. You understand? So you need to start low. You can start from $5, $10. So once you start climbing, you know, leveling up, then you can always, increase your price. So just start very low. So at the beginning, it might be tough for you. The job that you're doing might be, more than the what you're being paid. But eventually, once you hit that level one, you can start increasing your price and make more money. Then make sure you are online all the time. And then one thing you can do about that is probably download the mobile app, so for iOS or for Android. So make sure you log in on your phone and on your system. So if you log in on your phone, so once you are in transit and all that, so you can always follow messages on. So people send you a message, you need to make sure you reply immediately, because that also counts. If you don't answer at all, then your response rate will be low, and then that will affect your account. So make sure you are online, reply to messages immediately, and you'll be fine. Then use the buyer request section. Probably talk about that later too. So there's a request section where you can actually request. We'll talk about that later in another video. Then you need to have great communication skills, because people will contact you and they will want to speak with you, your opinion on something before they actually buy from you. If you are a very good communicator, it's very easy for you to get a job. Promote your gig as much as you can on social media. So if you have a Facebook account, of course you have a Facebook account, so you can create a page, or you can join groups where you can, promote your gig. Then build a portfolio, so you can have a portfolio site. And Fiverr has this list of portfolio sites. They will talk about that in a moment. Then where you can build your portfolio. So if you're a logo designer, for example, have a site where you have sample logos where people can actually when they request for the sample, you can just link them. I mean, give them the link. They will go see your samples, and if they like your portfolio, they will buy from you. So your portfolio is very, very important. Then you need to create upsell packages and gig extras. So we'll probably talk more about that in the creating an account video, so you should check that out. So for people that don't know about upsells and packages and gig extras, check out that video. It's very important. So, and most importantly, you need to connect with other freelancers, so you can join groups where you can learn. Then you can even join the Fiverr forum and learn from other sellers. Just learn so many things, and you'll be able to grow and become a better seller. So there are things that you can do, and it's very important, because as much as this is a free platform where you can make money, you can't just do anything. So you have to make sure that there are so many things you can do, or else you will be banned. So, and these are the things that you can do. You can have multiple accounts, so you need to make sure you have one account. There's a way around it actually. You can use different browsers. You can use Epic browser, if to maintain like a foreign account, and have your another Chrome or whatever for a local account. But I don't see why you need multiple accounts. You can just concentrate on one account, as long as you can create, even on a new account, you can create as much as 7 gigs. And then if you're a level 1, then you can create 10, level 2 you can create 14, a top you can create 20. So I don't know why many people open multiple accounts. So, but make sure that you don't compromise your account, because if they detect that you have multiple accounts, they will probably shut down your best account, or even shut down both. At the end of the day, you will lose the account, and then you have to start all over. Although you'll be able to withdraw your money after some months, but at the end of the day, there's no use having multiple accounts. So you can have a one payment account linked to that multiple account. So if you have multiple accounts and then you're linking the same payment card, it will affect the account. You can do that. Then if you have complaints from buyers, so maybe you done a bad job or you abuse them or whatever, if they have too many complaints from buyers, they will remove you from the platform. So, and you can't spam buyers. You can't just contact buyers that come and buy my gig or whatever. Do not contact any buyer out of the blue. Make sure you only reply to their messages if they contact you. Then you can solicit for reviews from buyers. So after doing the job, let them leave a review if they want. If they don't want, you don't force them to leave a review. If you're reported, your account will be shut down. Then you can solicit buyers' email address or telephone number. In fact, don't put any word like email or phone or whatever in when you're communicating with a buyer. Don't They hate the word email or telephone or number or whatever. Don't use those words. Then if you're asking buyers to pay you directly, they will also shut down account. And then don't make empty delivery. Once There are times where some sellers, they always make an empty delivery. Maybe they set their delivery time to be 2 days. So after that 2 days, then maybe they've not completed the job. They will want to send an empty delivery, and then want to contact that buyer later and then give them the real delivery. If you do that, your account will be shut down. So those are the things that you can do, and so many other things you can do. So just make sure you respect their rules. All these are in their terms and condition in their terms and conditions page. So you need to read that and make sure they respect their their terms. So that's it all about Fiverr. And of course, you'll be able to make money. And of course, we also have another way to make money, which is the affiliate program. There's a video in the description on how to make money with Fiverr affiliate program. So you can just join the affiliate program and make money. So this is what their affiliate program looks like. So if you go to affiliate.fiverr.com, you'll be able to see the affiliate program. You can join and make money just referring people, buyers to the platform. And then they have great commission plans. So you can watch that video and see how you can actually make extra money from Fiverr affiliate program. So you can refer members, you can create YouTube videos, and people that come to the platform and buy, you'll be able to make commission. And then you can see their commission plan. So their commission plan is a very good one. You can see their CPA, 15 to 150 CPA, hybrid, and then some other commission plans. So check out the video to see how Fiverr affiliate program works. So now that we've come almost to the end of this this free tutorial on how to make money. And right now you should learn whatever you want to do. Make sure you learn something that you want to offer. So like I said, there are so many places to learn. Then you can sites like Udemy, Coursera, lynda.com, or which is now LinkedIn Learning. And of course, I have so many personal online courses that you can buy. And of course, we have YouTube. You can go learn all this, some most things for free on YouTube, even though YouTube won't give you the full details, but you'll be able to learn one or two things. Or you can just buy any of this, register any of these courses, and of course they'll teach you the basics and everything you need to know. But of course, you can always learn some other things like on YouTube, which are some extra stuff. So you probably won't get the full details on YouTube. That's why it's important for you to register for any of these courses. Udemy, it's very cheap, and so many personal. If you're in Nigeria, for example, you can pick up my courses. I have courses on whiteboard animation, logo design, logo animation, graphics, basically anything that has to do with animation and graphics. I have courses on that, and you can always buy any of those courses and learn how to do them and make money. So it's focused on of course on Fiverr, how to make money on Fiverr with those. So you'll be able to learn how to do create all those things and how to make money with them. So if you go to products.netplustraining.com, you will see some of the. So we have actually updated the sites. You can see now. You can see you can view some of the courses that we have. Some of the courses I've retired some. Had a course on article, had a course on website designing, and I've updated most of them, but there are so many other ones that I've not updated. So I will update them and put them here. But these are the courses that are available right now: logo, whiteboard, video editing, and then graphic design. And then I have a course by one of my friend on the online monthly income. So you can always check out some of those courses, and you'll be able to learn a lot. I'll probably put a link in the description for you to check out that this site. So make sure you learn and you perfect, and now you can now join Fiverr and start making money. So in conclusion, learn a skill today, sign up on Fiverr and set up a gig, and you can start earning. So that's the secret of making money as a freelancer on Fiverr. So make sure you have a very good skill that will pay you, then you sign up and you can start earning. So anybody can earn, anybody. So it's very easy. All you just need to do is watch this video again and then watch some other videos that are into in the description, and then there are so many things you'll learn. And then you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'll be updating you on how to make money with logo design, how to make money with graphic, with article, with all these other things, animation, 2D. So those are the things that you can also learn for free. So but if you like, you can pick up any of my courses just to get a full details on how to offer all these services, and you can make start making money. So this is the end of this training. So like I said, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified once I upload new videos, and that way you'll be helping me to, encourage me to add more videos like this one. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you, and bye bye.